Hey everybody, Wes here from Scamps Automotive. Today I'm working on a 2012 Chrysler 200. It's got the 3.6 liter 6-cylinder engine and it's got a pretty bad coolant leak. So I'll show you what I found and the solution. So I already have everything apart here. This is the whole intake removed. But this guy right here, your oil filter, and then right here, that's your oil cooler. So there's engine oil circulating through that, and then there's also coolant that circulates through separate passages and is designed to dissipate some of the heat off the oil. Well, in all of Chrysler's wisdom, they put it right in the middle of the engine valley where there's a lot of heat. Plus it's made out of plastic. I mean, frankly, I can't believe how much plastic is on this thing in general. I mean, look at this. The whole intake. Upper intake's plastic, lower intake, even the fuel rails are plastic. It's just one big plastic car. Anyway, so if you look down inside the valley here, and you can see it with the intake when it's still on. I cleaned up as much of it as I could, but you'll see a whole bunch of coolant puddled down in there. And basically on the bottom side of this oil cooler, there's 5 O-rings. And you buy them as a kit, but they go on 5 different passages on that cooler. They seal up all the oil and the coolant. So over time, those O-rings just fail. I mean, you're mixing rubber with plastic, sealing on metal with a bunch of heat. So yeah, that's awesome. Anyway, it was leaking for quite a while and they had no idea where the leak was coming from. Eventually it pulled up so much, it started to spill over and then drain back down the back of the transmission over there. And you can see there's still a bunch of coolant puddled up down there. That's just from overspill from the engine valley. But so when you buy this one's from O'Reilly's, but it comes as a kit and it has the 5 O-rings here. They're all different sizes, naturally. Actually, these 2 might be the same, but anyway. So you just replace them all at once. Once you take the intake off, the oil cooler is pretty easy to remove. You got these little inverse Torx bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5th one right there. So those 5, there's a hose here. If you want to completely remove it, which is probably easiest, there's just a hose clamp that holds the hose on. And then your oil pressure switch is right here, which I replaced as well because it was throwing a code for. And this is a coolant temperature switch. So that'll fix these people's problems. Make sure you get new upper and lower intake manifold gaskets as well. Those come as a kit. You buy all of them. So that's pretty much it. From Scamps Automotive, keep on wrenching.